6月28日、日本時間、27日、米国時間、にペトコ、パークで行われたドジャース対パドレス戦で、ロサンゼルス、ドジャースは15-3で大勝した。この試合は序盤こそ投手戦の様相を見せたが、先発の山本由伸が安定した投球で流れを作った。初回から力強い速球を軸にパドレス打線を封じ、6回に失点で今季8勝目をマーク。被弾はあったものの、大崩れすることなく試合を支配した。守備ではフレディ、フリーマンが3回、鋭い打球を処理し、一塁を踏んだ後にジャンピングスローで併殺を完成。解説陣も思わず声を上げる好プレーだった。そして6回、ドジャース打線が一気に爆発した。カイル、タッカー、ダルトン、ラッシング、ムーキー、ベッツらの一打で大量9得点。試合の流れを完全に引き寄せた。大谷翔平もこの日は5打数2安打、2得点を記録。強烈な打球で攻撃に加わり、チームの大勝に存在感を示した。投打が噛み合ったドジャースの圧勝劇。詳しくは、ぜひ動画でご覧ください。
Start tonight at Petco Park. He is back on track after having a bit of a bumpy four-start stretch from late April through early May. In his last 6 starts, the World Series MVP is 4-2, 1.51 ERA. And in those 41 2/3 innings, he's punched out 38 while walking only 7. This season, 1.7 walks per 9 innings ratio. That is third lowest in the majors among pitchers with at least 70 innings. And Yamamoto had won 4 consecutive starts before he lost to the Orioles last week. And still, it was a quality start against Baltimore, Jerry. And he's looking to keep this good run going against San Diego.
Yeah, absolutely. We know Yamamoto obviously is always up to the task. You know, the biggest thing for him and really all starting pitchers, you got to have that fastball command. But more importantly for Yamamoto, down in the zone at the corners, because when he's doing that way he can really use that split finger and then have that high fastball to get these hitters to chase or have weak contact. So Yamamoto in big games, I always like him on the mound.
Yeah, when you look at his numbers over those last 6 games, you know, I really think the difference is, one, I think he also recognized, like, listen, a lot of these teams are getting to me in that very first inning. I think he made a conscious effort to say, look, I need to be better in that very first inning rather than settle in, and we see great pitchers do that all the time. I think the other thing, too, is recognizing that fastball, where that fastball was catching too much of the middle of the plate. I think he's making a more conscious effort also to make sure, listen, I have to make sure I command that on the corners, and my misses better be off the corner rather than misses over the middle of the plate, because some of these guys are just making them pay in those big moments. So I think that's really has been the difference. I hope he continues that. He knows, especially this team, being a fastball hitting team, to go out there, that command of that fastball is going to be critical.
And also get him some run support. This great 6-start run by Yoshinobu Yamamoto, it started in San Diego against this Padres team when he gave up just 1 run over 7 innings. Unfortunately, it ended up being a 1-0 Dodgers loss. Right now, let's head back to Petco Park. Kirsten joins us again live with more on tonight's matchup. Hi there, Kirsten.
Hi, John. Well, first for Yoshinobu Yamamoto, I'm sure he wants to get rid of some of those first inning struggles, which included that home run that you mentioned. He had a very strong start here, but unfortunately, as you said, that 1 run was the difference maker. But looking into this one, things are going to look a little bit different, especially if you look at how the Dodgers lineup is set up. The Padres announced that they're going to be going with an opener for Kyle Hart. He's going to be opening for Randy Vasquez. That was announced this afternoon, and the Dodgers did not put out their lineup until they saw the adjustment. Dave Roberts, when he spoke about just with the lineup today, he talked how it did create a slight adjustment to his own lineup.
No, I think the only thing I did was I moved Tucker down 1 just because I think that Hart can take down 7, 8 hitters. So just have a little potential Tommy Edman tax, but I get it.
When you look at this offense, I mean, with the familiarity, with what they were able to do the last time you guys were here, do you like how this potentially could be somewhat of a confidence booster as the offense looks to get going again?
I hope so. You know, I think that even last night, I thought we swung the bats fine. We had some balls at guys for some double plays, but I thought the at-bats were good. You know, that Morahone inning, he made pitches when he needed to. But today should be a good one, and we got Yamamoto going, so we feel good about that.
As much as the offense last night was limited, just the one run that came off of Mookie Betts' early home run, Dave Roberts was saying he still feels really good as to where things are at. They did create some opportunity, obviously did not bring anyone or have success with runners in scoring position, and really was impacted by the so many double plays. But ultimately, he does feel good just where the lineup is at right now. He likes the added pressure of moving Tommy Edman into the 6th hole just to add a little bit more tax, because they do believe that Kyle Hart, not to be confused with Kyle Hurt, could potentially see either 2 innings or get through 6 batters, guys.
All right, John, from San Diego and Petco Park, we're ready for the middle game of this 3-game series. The Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. After the Padres took game 1, they came in off of a sweep against Atlanta, starting to feel better about themselves after a really rough about month patch. But a 7-1 win last night. The big home run from Ty France, and then the 4-run inning to put it away late. We welcome you inside. Hope you're having a great weekend. Joe Davis and Eric Karros. The Dodgers try to bounce back and get to 4-1 on this road trip tonight.
And it's a great opportunity for the Dodgers. Come in and play a series in this environment down here in San Diego. It's almost mimicking playoff. Just like they lost the first game in a series here earlier, they're looking to win the next 2.
And just like mimicking a playoff game, Yamamoto is going to take the ball tonight.
Well, and he's just the right guy to take the ball. He has been as good as any pitcher in the National League. He doesn't always get the Cy Young accolades because there are guys that are having superior years. But you take a look at these numbers. Batting average against just a paltry 192. And you see that walks per 9 as good as anybody in the game. He can move the ball around. You see what he did against San Diego earlier. 7 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's looking to at least duplicate that this evening.
So it's the ace for the Dodgers. It is a much different plan for the Padres, Kirsten.
Yeah, Joe, and it was changed this afternoon. The Padres decided to go with an opener for Randy Vasquez. So they're going to have Kyle Hart taking down the start. And Dave Roberts said that he expects that Kyle will likely see 6 batters or get through 2 innings of work. So we did make a slight adjustment to his lineup to have Tommy Edman batting 6th to add a little bit more pressure, because now they're going to be seeing a lot of Randy Vasquez today. But the Dodgers are hoping that they can use a similar plan to last time. Shohei Ohtani had a leadoff home run. They were able to get to him early, ultimately tacking on 3 runs, 6 hits. So they did get him out of the game. He was unable to get through 5, but talking to a few guys, they really liked that game plan. They know that today is going to look a little bit different. He's a different pitcher right now, but ultimately they want to stick with how they attacked him and with the approach that they had, guys.
All right, Kirsten, the Dodgers 3-1 on this road trip. They've won 7 of their last 10. They try to tie the series up. We've got first pitch coming up from San Diego. On a 2-2 from Yamamoto. Watches a fastball in there for strike 3. And a 1-2-3 first for Yoshi. And he has hit Yamamoto hard in his career. Here he swings through a fastball, and there's been way more of that than ever with Machado.
Well, his hand path to the ball has been different this year. And he made some changes and went and saw some people in the winter and took those hitting changes into the season. And, why he did, I don't know, but he has since made an alteration, and he's starting to swing the bat a little better.
Gavin Sheets with one away. He went and worked with a hitting coach who is best known for being Aaron Judge's guy. But, I mean, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, obviously. Just because that guy works for Aaron Judge doesn't mean he's going to work for the next guy. Bounce to first. That's a fair ball. Freddie Freeman with a jump throw, and they've got Andujar and a rundown. He'll tag him out. Wow, Gumby. Look at that. Stabbing it, jumping and flying and throwing and running and all the things.
That's a little Derek Jeter jump and throw in the air. I mean, super athletic. I mean, if there's any question of Freddie's feeling good, or the ankle, or how that, I mean, not only just getting to the bag, but then jumping and making a perfect throw with something on it. I mean, that was, I bet you he could have dunked on an 8-foot hoop right there.
One of those backyard ones where the nets may or may not be there.
That was so sweet. Got to tip my cap to that. I mean, that was actually pretty. That's a thing. I mean,
tell you what, when you first baseman do it right. Freddie Fermin down quickly, and a leadoff hit, but he faces the minimum with some help.
Kyle, what is it like when you're a part of an inning, whether it's the 6th or the 8th, just to get this offense going? You guys have just explosive innings and explosive at-bats.
Yeah, it's great. Yama gave us a great start there, and then the guys just kept continuing to have good at-bats throughout the game, so we were just kind of waiting for a point in the game to kind of break things loose and get some runs up on the board. We had a big inning there. So it worked out really well for us.
For you to have a 3-hit game, when you think about just the results you're seeing right now, what do you think has led to those?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't love my swing tonight. I just like the homer. I just kind of caught the ball at the right point of contact. Then it worked out, and the other ones just got inside the ball a little bit and got him over to the left, over the infielder. So it just kind of works out sometimes.
With that home run, though, it was a 9-pitch at bat. I mean, what were you kind of reading there? What were you trying to do? Because ultimately, you did get the pitch that you wanted.
I was just trying to get the run in. I mean, he was around the zone for the most part, making some decent pitches. I wasn't putting that great of swings on there, but was just able to catch the ball at the right point of contact there on the last one. Worked out well.
Hey, before I let you go, Miguel Rojas, 5 pitches to close this one out. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, he's our closer, I guess.
He's the closer. Sorry, Edwin. Kyle, congratulations on this win tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yoshi, just first navigating through their lineup. I know when you look at your last one, you were excellent, but the early home run, how different did you feel going into this one and wanting to start with that clean first inning?
全体的に良かったと思うんですけども、最初のホームラン、あそこにそのゲーム入っていくまでどういう感じでしたか？
ホームラン
あそこ、序盤だったんですけども、そのゲーム入っていくまで今日どういう状態で入っていきましたか？
調子は、いつも通りぐらいにはいい感覚で、試合に入れて、初回、うまく抑えれたんですけど、そこからホームランのボールは少し高くて少し真ん中に寄ってしまったので、相手が打ったのがすごいですけど、もう少しコース頑張るか、高さうまくいけば、なんとか、フェンスの手前になってたかなとは思いました。
I was able to, in terms of getting into the game, because I was able to maintain my good condition and a good feel. And then in terms of regarding to the home run I gave up, that was my miss pitch. I wanted to locate the ball a little bit in, but because I ended up that ended up in the bad spot.
Different is it when you are pitching, whether it's a 1-run game, a tie game, to then when you come back in and you have a 9-run lead?
いつもみたいにちょっと点の援護がない時と今日みたいに大量援護があった時ってどういうふうに違いますか？
多少やっぱ違いはもちろん、感じますけど、なんていうんだろうな、大量な得点、点差が離れた後も。あまり点差を気にすることなく、いい接戦の気持ちでマウンドに上がるようには心がけています。
I personally take it, no matter how much I get lead or how tight the game is, I just treat the games just as usual, tie game.
Did you get bored during the 6th inning? How long that took?
ちょっと6回長くなって攻撃が長くなってちょっと退屈したみたいなところありますか？
長くはなりましたけど、しっかりウォームアップしましたし、特に集中してました。
I was not bored, but that I just try to maintain my concentration by doing some warm up inside.
Wow.
Dave, I know when you look at the offense, obviously there are a lot of big numbers and just big innings, but when you kind of break things down, for Kyle Tucker to have the 3-hit game, for Dalton Rushing to have that big home run, I mean, was this just one of those games where you saw not only guys get going, but you were able to see just kind of the confidence boost in some of these guys?
I thought so. I think, namely, Kyle, that at-bat that he had was a pivotal at-bat. Seeing a lot of pitches and ending that at-bat with the cutter homer. That was big. Getting another base hit later in the game, and just had good at bats. And obviously Dalton, broke out with a homer. That was good to see. Freddie continues to do what he's doing, but I just thought up and down the lineup, pitchers duel early with the opener, and then took us a couple innings to get to Vasquez. But yeah, we broke out big, and Yamamoto did his thing, and it was good to just get him out after 6 innings and turn it to the pen.
You guys checked on Dalton early. It seemed like he had winced after maybe one of those swings. Is there any concern there? He obviously played through the game, but is there any concern there with him?
No, he after that wince, that swing, he assured us that he was fine, finished the game well. He'll be down tomorrow. But I think we came out of it okay.
Two really big offensive games on the trip, kind of down in between. When you're having a big inning like that, you sit there and think, boy, it'd be nice if we could do this spread out a little better.
I do think that. I didn't think that tonight. It just doesn't. You can't. They don't carry over. But it was good to see. I think that the energy was good. It was good to tack on, and Mookie continues to surge, so that was fun to see also. A big homer right there. Thought we ran the bases well, continue to play good defense. But yeah, you like it to be spread out more, but, fortunately, that's not our choice.
Mookie, when we spoke to him a couple of days ago in Minneapolis, he kind of said he was kind of reluctant to say that he felt like he was back, just because every time he's felt like it's kind of gone back. But now as these games kind of start to pile up now, and I think he's gone about 2 weeks, kind of like looking like this and homering the last 3 games. I mean, does it look like he's back?
He does, and I say back because I just think that there's more intent with him in the batter's box and a lot less indecisiveness. And so for me, if he can kind of have that kind of proactive approach and aggressive approach, then everything else is going to take care of itself. So yeah, like I said, he's just not as in between anymore and getting some good swings off.
Not what we were looking for at the end of the game, unfortunately, but it's fun to play a little kid's game, and sometimes those are more humorous moments.
What did you see from Randy Vasquez, particularly in that 6th inning?
Yeah, he was cruising there for 3 innings, and then that 4th inning was pitching well, and we made an unfortunate error, and then after that things kind of unraveled for him. Trying to sneak him through another inning, save our bullpen, and just weren't able to do that tonight.
Was there any consideration to taking him out any earlier than you did?
Yeah, definitely. We had Yuki ready for Tucker, and it got to the point where we were losing in the game with our guy on third base, and I felt like it was probably better for us to try to get some more length out of our bulk pitcher starter and save the bullpen. But, sometimes what you hope happens doesn't always hope and happen.
Given what's happened the last couple starts in particular, but the way that he's sort of been trending, what are your options with Randy? He's got the Dodgers. I mean, that would be his next start, another tough.
Yeah, I think we need to probably do a better job setting him up for success. I think him pitching in that game at that point in the game is probably a little tougher. The 6th inning tie ball game, it's usually when we go to our bullpen, and we got those guys at the back end, that can shut the game down, and, I got to do a better job putting him in a better position.
Does that pertain to the opener? How did the opener today kind of work?
Yeah, we were in the game. That was kind of the design of it, is to stay in the game as long as possible. And, we've got to figure out, what we need at a certain moment, which is, we need some length out of the starting pitch, and we can't just run our bullpen in the ground. And then there's also the caveat of trying to stay competitive in a game also. And it's like weighing those 2 options, and me as the manager got to figure out a better way to make those 2 things happen.
Was Kyle always going to go 2, or was there maybe a chance Randy could have come in the 2nd?
Yeah, we talked about him going 2. We would like him to get through 2. Randy was definitely available to come in that inning. He was warming up. Kyle ended up getting out of that inning just fine. The blue triple by Muncy that Toddy missed. Unfortunate, but other than that, he pitched really good, I thought.
You feel like your bullpen came out okay? In that tomorrow's the 3rd game, you got more?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think we saved Yuki. That was a big deal, is saving Yuki for tomorrow. We've got our ace going, Michael King. So, we feel good about him starting the game, getting us off to a good start. And then, we got the Yuki, Jason, Adrian, Mason, ready to go tomorrow. And we got Wandy also. Morgan's probably still available. Marinaccio probably down. We'll check on Hart tomorrow. So, use our bullpen as best we can tomorrow, but looking for a good start from Michael.
今回も最後までご視聴いただき本当にありがとうございました。動画の内容を楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。もしよろしければ チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。皆さんの応援が今後の動画制作の大きな励みになります。それではまた次回の動画でお会いしましょう。